Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on what part of the world you're joining us from. My name is Mike Green, and I'm joining you from Spokane, Washington today. This is our Roadmap webinar. Hopefully you've been to our Blitz webinar. That's where we lay foundation for what we're going to be talking about today. If you have not been to the Blitz webinar, I strongly encourage you to go watch it. It'll just make more sense if you have watched this webinar first, the Blitz webinar. To get there, simply get to our website, iGrownet.com, click on the webinars link right next to Join Now, and that will take you right into another page of the website that will allow you to register for one of those Blitz webinars. They're going off 7 times a day, 5 days a week, 4 times on Saturday, 3 times on Sunday. It's huge. Those are all live events as well. Go ahead and register for one of them and get that foundation laid for you. Again, we're here to talk about the roadmap. This is where we show you how to build that income stream for you and your family as an associate. That $49 monthly. I want to be very clear here. Some people get confused. They hear free social network and then they hear $49 a month and it's like, okay, what is that all about? Well, remember, the $49 gets you iGrow University. If you haven't been to the Blitz webinar, this is where you learn how to become a social giant. Online marketing strategies taught here as well, but how to build a bigger Facebook presence, how to build a bigger presence at Twitter and the rest of the social networks. Why do you want that education? Well, once again, if you've been to the Blitz webinar, you know it already. You want to be a social giant to help you better promote your Leafit social network, the first social network that pays its users. Yahoo Finance said it best when they said Leafit has created the world's first social networking platform that allows its users to instantly monetize their pictures and content with a click of a finger. We call it self-monetize. The name of our mobile application, it pays you. Making Leafit the first social network that lets you, the end user, make money by simply sharing pictures socially like you already do. Think about it. When the word gets out that there's a new social network in play that pays its subscribers, nobody else does that. It's going to be a firestorm, right? How big do you want to be socially? Okay, I've met people now that have over 100,000 social connections. That's where you want to be positioned. That's what iGrow University is all about. They teach you how to build a bigger social presence and do effective online marketing. Now, our social network, getting huge media press. There's Lawrence Sowell, our CEO, on the front cover of Mobile Entrepreneur magazine. We've been on a couple of talk radio shows down in the Los Angeles area, even bigger than both of those events. No offense, Lawrence. Terry Bradshaw, you see him over in the right-hand corner? That is a huge event. Terry Bradshaw hosts a TV show called Enterprises TV where they showcase innovative companies in different industries. They sought us out beginning of the year. They looked at what we were doing online and they said, wait a minute, that's innovative. Social networking and e-commerce, buying stuff online, you guys are actually going to connect those two. Nobody's ever done that before. That could be huge. Do you mind if we maybe interview you? Of course, Lawrence, our CEO, he said, sure, let's interview. Every interview they went through, they kept saying, you know what, we need you on our TV show. They actually flew to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, corporate headquarters for Leafit and iGrow Network back in July, and shot the series. It's done. It's made it through final production, but it has not aired yet. And this can play very, very well for you if you position yourself right now with this company. When that airs, it's not going to air just once here in the United States, nationally, coast to coast, border to border. It's going to rebroadcast 20 different times in 20 different markets, huge markets that we selected. That's going to be a big event. And again, you could earn a piece of that if you position yourself right with this company. Those people that see that on TV and join, yes, they could be connected to you. And that's what we want to talk about. So again, if you're looking for more information where we lay that foundation, get back to that webinars link and go watch that Blitz webinar. But again, we want to stay focused on the associate position and really talk about the income streams here because 4 of them open up to you as soon as you become an associate for iGrow Network. 4 ways to earn. The first, we talk a lot about in the Blitz webinar, the 9-generation e-commerce sales. So I'll explain that a little more here as well. But then there's the 9-generation unilevel, the 3x9 expandable matrix, and the evergreen check match. I'm going to cover all 4 of those income streams for you here in just a second, but I've got to read the income disclosure statement to you just one more time to keep us all legal. Here we go. Your success here depends upon your skills, your work efforts, and market conditions. Leafit nor iGrow Network guarantee any level of income or success. If you'd like a full copy of our income disclosure statement, simply go to iGrownet.com, scroll down to the bottom of that website, just right of center, click on it, and download a copy for yourself. That being said, let's go talk about these income streams. The 9-generation e-commerce sales. This is huge. Our free subscribers, people that join our social network for free. Never forget that everyone can join our social network 100% for free, not even a credit card on file. They post a picture inside of our social network. And very soon here, it'll be a picture, it'll be an audio feed, it'll be even a video or a private message, right? But they share their content socially here inside of the Leafit social network. They're going to be able to share that back to Facebook and Twitter, eventually the rest of the social networks. So they post here, it shares everywhere, right? But connected to their content that they're sharing, they can tag a retail item that's going to generate a commission when one of their friends buys, or a friend of a friend. Anybody that buys is going to generate a commission back to you. You see, at point of sale, Leafit's going to earn a commission. You drove traffic to somebody's website, it generated a sale for that company. Leafit gets paid a commission, and 10% of that commission is going to be shared back with you because it was your information that got shared that drove that sale. So you get paid 10% of the total commission generated. Remember, those are the free subscribers. As an associate, you get paid the same thing, but you get paid for your friends as well. Your friends connect to you. The only way to join the social network is with an invite. Your friends join because you say, hey, I found a new social network. It pays for posting, and that's about all you have to say. And they say, well, I'm going to join that one. They're connected to you. When they post their content and they get paid 10% of the total commission generated, you get paid 5%, half of what they just earned. And it's not just your friends, it's their friends and their friends and their friends and their friends through 9 generations of friends. And as you see down here on the 8th and 9th generation of friends, and I got to be honest with you, I don't think those are friends anymore. you get about 4 or 5 separations of friends between you and your good friends. You probably just don't know those people anymore, especially down in that 8th and 9th generation. And you're making 10%. 10% of the total commission generated. You're making just as much money as the person that posted the content. And their friends that bought, yeah, you probably don't know them either. When they bought it, generated a commission back to Leafit, and Leafit's sharing 10% of the commission back with the person that posted and you. If that person is on the 8th and 9th generation to you, this is going to be a huge income stream for the masses. Even for the free subscribers, I think it's huge. But this is the time-sensitive stuff. This is why you want to go into action right now. The Founder 3000. Again, we talk about that in the Blitz webinar, but what does it take to become part of the Founder 3000? That's 3,000 associates. That's all that's going to be in there, right? 3,000 associates that have 3 personally enrolled associates. That's what gets you in the Founder 3000. You're an associate, you have 3 personally enrolled associates, that's all it takes, you're in the Founder 3000. Your commissions double. Your 9th generation e-commerce sales commissions, they double. You're making 20% off of your own post, 20% of the total commission generated, 10% from your friends and their friends and their friends and their friends. You're making just as much money as they are, and they're posting. They're making 10% of the total commission generated, so are you. Until you get down to that 8th and 9th generation of friends where you're making twice from people that you don't know. You're making twice as much as the person that's posting. They're on your 8th and 9th generation. Their friends are buying from their posts, that retail item that was tagged, generating a 10% commission for the person that posts, but 20% back to you. You're making twice as much as they are. You got to love it. The 9th generation unilevel, this is the one that starts building your organization. Everyone earns this. Even the free affiliates earn a commission when one of their friends become an associate. If you're an associate, you earn the same 17. You're an associate for iGrow Network. You have a friend that decides they don't want to be a free affiliate. Okay, they don't want to be a free subscriber. They want to make the money. They want the education, learn how to build a bigger social presence. They earn $17 when they have a friend become an associate. You earn $17 when you have a friend that becomes an associate. If you have one personally enrolled associate, it opens up 3 generations of commissions. That means $17 when your friend becomes an associate, but when their friends become associates, yes, they're going to make $17. You're going to make 2 through that 2nd and 3rd generation of friends. You have 3 personally enrolled associates, you're going to be 6 generations deep. 5 personally enrolled associates, you're 9 generations deep. Once again, putting you in the realm of making commissions, not just on your own personal efforts, but those efforts of your friends and their friends and their friends and their friends through 9 generations of friends. Again, I believe a whole bunch of people that you don't even know. There you go, 9th generation unilevel. Now that's paid out on that first month, on the first $49 that is paid by each associate. But every single month when your associates continue to pay their $49, you're going to continue to get paid. Okay, it's paid out in what's called a 3x9 expandable matrix. It simply means that there's 3 spots on your first level inside of the 3x9 expandable matrix, and it goes 9 levels deep. That means the first 3 friends that say, I want to be an associate, I don't want to be a free affiliate. Your first 3 friends take those first 3 spots. Now, what happens to your friend number 4, friend number 5, friend number 16, friend number 70? Where do they all go? Because they can all become associates as well. You're not limited to just 3 friends that become associates. You can have as many as you want become associates, all connected to you. Well, if your first level is full, they've got to spill down into the 2nd level. And when that 2nd level is full of 9, they'll spill down into the 3rd level. Your first three friends, where are their friends going to go when they join as associates? Same place. They're going to spill in your second level, then your third level, then your fourth level. So everyone's helping build this 3x9 expandable matrix. I know if your eyes have drifted down here to the 19,683, you're thinking, oh my gosh, Mike, I don't have that many friends. There's no way I could fill this. It's not just your efforts. We are still in that realm of it's your friends and their friends and their friends and their friends. They're all filling this matrix. And yes, if your eyes have drifted over here to the right, $120,309. I know that looks like annual, but it's actually monthly. And yes, that is huge. And I know you're looking at that going, there's just no way. That just can't be. How could the company afford to do that? Well, if you do the math here, you can see that the company pays out about 60% of that $49 that's coming in every month. They pay it right back out to the associates that are helping bring them success. They keep 40% to run the company. I think that's pretty admirable. 60% back to the field, 40% for them. That sounds like just a little bit over a win-win. Okay, but the math is there. It works. Now, the expandable part, your three friends. Let's say out of those three, one of them comes to you a couple months later and says, you know what, my new job is like 3 times work that I used to do, and my wife just came home and told me that we're having another one, and not job, and this will be the fourth, and I can't do this anymore. It's too distracting. I was having fun. It was a blast, but I got to focus on the new job. I got to focus on my wife. I got to buy another crib, right? So, but this is real world stuff. That happens. That's real life. Okay, so you have one of your friends that isn't going to play anymore. Now, in a 3x9 matrix without the expandability, I can tell you that could be detrimental to you, because now you have one of your associates at the top of your matrix that isn't playing anymore. That could build a huge gaping hole inside of this matrix and affect your income. Now, what happens, the company put in place what's called dynamic compression. That's why it's called a 3x9 expandable matrix. Let's say the one of your friends that was on your first level that isn't playing anymore, they are gone. But the 3 associates directly below them are going to float up to your first level. And I know that sounds odd, but guess what? It's no longer a 3x9 expandable matrix. It now becomes a 5x9 matrix. That means you have 5 people on your first level that each have 3 spots below them. Well, what does that mean to your second level? It's not 9, it's now 15. If you have 5 on your first with 3 open spots below them, there's 15 on your second level, 45 on your third level, and those 45 each have 3 spots below them. I do believe that's 135 on your fourth level, not 81. And yes, that trails all the way down 9 levels, and all I can tell you is that has expanded far beyond 19,683, but so has your income potential inside of the 3x9 expandable matrix. Well over 120,000. Not like 120,000 a month wasn't enough, but that's not all you're going to see. It does have the ability to grow well beyond that. Now, let's go to check match. Check match is huge. This is the bonus on top of the bonus, on top of the bonus, right? When you start to understand how this is paying out, you're going, wait a minute, I'm getting paid once, twice, 3 times for something I did once. 5% override on every single one of your personally enrolled associates' matrix checks. That's what's on the table here with the Evergreen Check Match. To qualify for that, you simply become a manager. And I say simply because here it is. It's you as an associate. You have 3 personally enrolled associates, and then somewhere you come up with 9 more. They could be 9 of your friends. It could be 3 of each one of your 3's friends. It could go straight down. It doesn't matter. No limitations there. That would generate just over 600 in team volume. That's you, your 3, 9 more. You're done. 5% override on every single one of your personally enrolled associates. Now, here's a test question. How many personally enrolled associates can you have? Because some people get a little bit confused here. They think, well, I only saw 3 on the matrix thing. Now I'm seeing 3 here. Can I only have 3? No, you can have 3, 13, 30, 300. You can have as many as you want. Okay, there's no limit. That means you could be earning a 5% check match on an unlimited number of your personally enrolled associates. That's huge. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one of these levels, but I'm going to tell you it is as simple to promote in this program by simply creating managers. And here it is right here. How do you get to director? Go find just 2 more, and out of those 5 personally enrolled associates you have now, develop 2 managers. That's just 2 people that did what you just did. There you go. You're a director. You can work that all the way up to senior executive by just creating more managers and more managers and more managers beneath you. Get all the way up to senior executive where you're earning a 10% override on every single one of your personally enrolled associates. But not just your friends, right? Because those are your friends, the Gen 1. 10% on your friends, but on their friends and their friends and their friends and their friends as well. 5 generations of friends. And all I can tell you is if we go back here for just a second, just imagine with me for a second, what if What if one of the people in those first 5 generations for you became the top money earner for the company? Filled a matrix faster than anybody else, set a new record, right? It's making $120,000 a month. And you've positioned yourself as a senior executive making a 10% override, 10% of $120,000 a month. That's a bonus. A $12,000 a month bonus, it's huge. Now, let me show you this, you guys. We've taken all this information that I just shared with you, we've tied it together in one simple place. We call it the iGrow Network Compensation Spreadsheet, and I'm going to show you where to get to it. You can have this for yourself. We built it for you. We tried to make it as user-friendly as we can, even for people that aren't familiar with Excel. Here we go. Let's start with the simple things. We talk about everything on this spreadsheet except for the check match. Too many variables there, so we're just going to stay with the 3 income streams, the unilevel pay, the monthly matrix pay, and e-commerce commissions. Let's start by getting you Founder 3000 qualified. What does it take to do that? Because there's a lot of power behind that. To get Founder 3000, you find 3 friends that are going to join you in this endeavor. Just 3. You're done. You generated $51 in unilevel commissions. That's the one-time pay. Your first level's full, and you're making $2 a month off of each one of them, so you're making $6 a month. No, you're not retired yet, but let's drift over to this side of the spreadsheet. Start talking about the viral install pool. This is huge. LO. We talk about it in the Blitz webinar. LO. It's like hello, but they took the H off. It's just LO. ELLO. Go do some research. It's a social network that launched in March. They started going viral last month. 50,000 requests to join their social network. They need an invite. It's invite only, just like Leafit is invite only. 50,000 requests an hour to join their social network. An hour. That's over 1 million a day. And their social interface, I got to tell you, I finally got an opportunity to see it earlier this week. Not so impressive at all. And actually, when you start to do a little bit of studying on LO, they actually want you to pay them to join their social network. Remember, everybody gets to join our social network for free. Yeah, the associates pay $49 a month, but remember, all your friends and family and everybody can join our social network for free. Never spend a dime and make money by posting content, right? Never having to spend any money, but actually being able to make money with our social network. So if LO can go viral to the tune of 1 million a day, day after day after day, I say yes. 1 million viral installs to Leafit. Being part of the Founder 3000 by having just 3 personally enrolled associates, you're going to get a piece of the viral install pool. Now, right now today, there's about 225 associates that are qualified for the Founder 3000. What if that goes to 500 and we get that first 1 million viral installs? That's 2,000 people that have joined our social network for free, not paid associates, the ones that have joined for free. So they could see how it looked, how it works. Oh, look, I can post here, I can PM there, I can tag a retail item anywhere I want, I can multi-tag, I can build a friend base, I can follow. This is a cool social interface, and I get to make money sharing with my friends what I just bought or what I'd like to buy, and they see it and they buy it first. I make money off of them buying what I tagged. This is a cool social network. Now, not all 2,000 are going to fall in love with it, but let's say 100 of them do. Just 1 out of 20. And let's say, not like on the Blitz webinar where we talk about 10 friends who each have 10 friends who each have 10 friends, right? Here's 100 friends that were just handed to you. Well, actually 2,000 friends that were handed to you, but 100 of them that fell in love with it. And how about if they just had 4? Just 4 friends. And instead of going all 9 generations deep, what if we just went 2 more generations deep? Do you see what that did to your income stream over here? You're talking over $1,000 a month. And what did you do? Let's do a quick recap. You became Founder 3000 qualified. The company, maybe, I don't know, they launched version 2.0 right at the same time Terry Bradshaw's TV show hit the airwaves in February, and there was an explosion. 1 million? 1 million viral installs? I think we're underestimating there just a little bit. We'll talk about that here in just a second, though. But what did you do to qualify? You found 3 friends to follow you in this endeavor. Now, when your 3 friends take a look at what we're doing right now, because they're going to come to the same webinar, you're going to invite them here. When your 3 friends take a look at this and they're thinking, wow, $1,000, what do you think they're going to do? Do you think they're going to spend $49 a month just so you can be qualified to make $1,000? No, they're really not. They're coming here to become Founder 3000 qualified as well. So they go out and get 3 friends for themselves. Now that's 9 people on your second level, 9 associates, and your income starts climbing. What do you think those 9 want to do when they come and see this same webinar? When they see this spreadsheet, they're thinking, well, I'm not just joining to help my friend, qualify to make money. I want to make money. So those 9 go out, they find their 3 friends, and that just keeps rolling forward. Now I'm going to stop right there because I think that's manageable. 3 friends that each have 3 friends that each have 3 friends. There you go. I want to drift back over here to these 2,000 that were handed to you, because you now have 2,000 not just handed to you, but to your 3 friends because they're founder 3,000 qualified, and to each one of their 3 friends because they're each founder 3,000 qualified. To each one of them got 2,000. Let's start talking about the conversion rate. You think when people start understanding that you can join our social network for free and make money posting your own content, but wait a minute, there's 4 other income streams that open up if I purchase the iGrow University and I open up these other 4 income streams? My friends tell me, Mike, 10, 15, 25% conversion rate when people understand what we're doing here. What if it's just 2? Just 2%. That would be 40 associates personally enrolled by you. And if you've been around a business model like this before, you know there aren't very many people that will really be able to go out and personally enroll 40. And here, in this scenario, off of just 1 million viral installs with 500 in the founder 3,000 and a 2% conversion rate from free affiliate to associate, 40? Are you kidding me? And that's not just you. That's 40 personally enrolled to you, but 40 personally enrolled to your 3 friends because they're founder 3,000 qualified, and each one of their 3 friends, those 9 people right there, they're each going to get 40 as well, and your matrix just exploded, right? And what are you making now? Huge potential. Let me ask you this. How many of your friends do you know would love to make a couple $1,000s a month doing something as simple as I just explained? Because what are we talking about here? Joining a social network, everybody gets to join for free, make money by posting pictures and video and content. Any content I post, I can tag a retail item to it and get paid if somebody buys. Everybody gets to join for free. That's easy. Remember back in the day when we said, hey, have you joined Facebook yet? Hey, connect with me on Facebook. Have you joined Facebook yet? Right? We're going to do the same thing here. It's already been done before. We're doing the same exact thing here. Hey, have you joined Leafit yet? Leafit, what's that? Oh man, it's the latest, greatest social network. It's one that actually is sharing the revenue back with their end users, back with you and me. We're making money by sharing our content. Instead of letting Facebook make money on our content, the company's paying us for the content we're sharing. Let's get back to your friends. Can you find 6? 6 friends that want to make a couple $1,000s a month? Just 6. And they don't even have to be friends. It could be the pizza delivery guy or the guy at the drive-thru at McDonald's. It could be any of them, right? 6 people that you find that want to make a couple of $1,000s a month. For them to make $2,000 a month, your matrix would look like this. You have 6 friends that each go out and find 3, that find 3, that find 3. Do you see what your income just did? Your matrix commission's up over $9,000 a month. That's huge, isn't it? Watch this. 1 million viral installs is almost embarrassing. Remember, Elo's doing that every day, day after day after day. What about 10 million? Do you know 10 million viral installs, 10 million joining our social network is still minuscule? You're not even on the roadmap yet as far as social networks go. Pinterest, not everybody's heard of Pinterest. They have 200 million. 200 million. Here's 10 million. And what if by that point we do have 3,000 in the founder 3,000? Because I think that's going to fill up pretty fast. I really do. That's still 3,333 free subscribers, people that joined our social network without an invite from a friend, 3,330 connected to you. And yes, at a 2% conversion rate, that just made your matrix commissions go up that much more, right? Because everybody that's qualified in your network is going to get a piece of that. So how many people do you want to get in the founder 3,000? Say as many as you can. Look at your e-commerce. E-commerce commissions, I don't know, 300, 400. That really fall in love with our social network when it develops and people are all of a sudden the buzz is everybody's on Leafit. Why are we on Leafit? Because they're paying us. They're paying us for posting. And when we post here, it goes to Facebook and Twitter and the rest of the social networks anyway, right? Because eventually it will be. Right now it's Facebook and Twitter, but eventually it'll be the rest of the social networks. So when I post here, it goes everywhere. But there's a link attached to it. When somebody buys what I just posted, I get paid. So what about 400 out of 3,333 that fall in love with our social network? And what if they do have 10 friends each? And what if that goes 3 generations? Not all 9, but just 3 more generations. Do you see what that does to your income stream? It is astronomical. It's off the charts. That's what we're talking about. I'm not making any commitments here or guarantees that this is all going to happen within the next 30 days, within the next 60 days, 90 days. This is something that you build. One bite at a time. When are we going to hit our first 10 million viral installs? I don't know. When are we going to have 3,000 qualified associates? I don't know. I know it's filling up pretty fast. Are we going to have a 2% conversion rate, Mike? I don't know. I have people telling me it could be a lot higher. Maybe not. Maybe it's 1%. There's still a huge income stream there. Yeah, even the conversion rate to associates only 1%, that doesn't change your e-commerce commissions. Well, what if this is only 300? Guys, you could play with this spreadsheet all day long. What if it was only 100 out of 3,333 and they each had 10 friends and you went 4 generations? It just gets insane. Take this spreadsheet. I'm going to show you how to get to it. Get this spreadsheet in your hands. I have to warn you, it will cause insomnia. How do you do this? How do you find your first 3? How do you find 6? How do you do it? Follow these 4 simple steps to success. Oh wait, before I go there, here's your spreadsheet right here. Okay, we're in your back office environment right now. This is what it looks like. This is where the company drops you as soon as you join as an associate. You're on your 4-step duplication guide. Here's your spreadsheet. iGrow Network Compensation Spreadsheet. It's right there. If you don't have Microsoft Office, you can download openoffice.org and that spreadsheet will work for you just fine. Let's talk about the 4-step duplication process. This is simple. Can you send out a text? I've been around this industry, this home-based business industry, for over 20 years now. Here's what I can tell you. I've run into guru after guru after guru, and you look at what I just showed you and you think, man, that is amazing. But the only thing that makes me a little bit nervous is you're talking about my friends a lot. And I don't know if I can go talk to my friends. I don't know if I want to hear the ridicule or the naysayers. And you don't want to go through that. You don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't like hearing it. Here's what I found about 3 years ago, and it flat out works. And it's worked over and over and over again. Just send a text out. It is that simple, and look at the barrier that you just knocked down. Send 10 texts out today. Join and then send 10 texts out. You don't have to listen to the doubting Dennis or the negative Nelly. You don't have to listen to them because they're not going to text you back. They're not going to call you back. The ones that are going to be the ones that are excited. They're going to have watched your 2-minute video. That's your text. Shoot them out a text that says something like this. John, you got to check this out. We do this right, we could be free in less than 3 months. Watch this 2-minute video and call me right back. You see that part, that last line? That's pivotal. Watch this 2-minute video and call me right back. And then you drop your link right inside of a text. It ends up being a hot link. Your username.igrowtour.com. As soon as you join as an associate, you'll have your own username. You get to create it. It's personal to you. It's going to take your friends inside of that text that you send them, give them the ability to push one button and watch one of your lead capture pages. Uh-oh, what's a lead capture page? From your 4-step duplication guide, just look over to the right here. You'll see share. Click on share and hit this green button right here. You have 12 lead capture pages. Now, your friend, and what I tell my friends is, hey, fill the form out if you want, but call me or text me. I know that makes some of you nervous. We'll talk about that in a second. But what your friends are going to do is they're going to watch a 2-minute video. And it talks about Facebook. And it talks about how Facebook overcame MySpace. And it talks about the new social network coming. And call me. Text me. Now, if your palms are starting to sweat thinking, wait a minute, Mike, okay, I think I can text my friends because I don't have to talk to them. I don't have to badger them or hound them. I can just simply send out 10 texts. 1, 2, 3, 5 of them, or 7. The first time I did this, guys, I had 7 of the 10 people I sent a text out to. They texted me right back and said, okay, what are we doing? It was amazing. Okay, I'm not saying you're going to get 7. Yeah, maybe you get 1. Maybe you don't get any. Send 10 more texts out. It's that simple. Continue to send text out. The people that you're going to end up talking to are going to be the ones that are interested in doing something different, changing in 2015. They don't want to end up at the end of 2015 where they ended up at the end of 2014. They want change. They're like you, right? Send the text out. Now, if you're nervous, oh my gosh, what am I going to say when they call me back or text me back? You don't have to be, because all you're going to do is direct traffic. Master the invite. What's the invite? The invite is shooting a text out. Step 2, direct the traffic. Send the people that do respond to you to the Blitz webinar. It's that simple. If they need more information after the Blitz webinar, send them to the Roadmap webinar, the one you're watching right now. We'll explain it all to them. You don't need to be the messenger. You don't need to learn everything that you just saw today or what you saw in the Blitz webinar. You're thinking, how am I ever going to explain this to one of my friends? You don't have to. Send a text out. Step 2, direct that traffic. Send them to the Blitz webinar. They need more information, send them to the Roadmap webinar. When they text you back after those 2 webinars, all they need is help getting started. Get them to your website. Get them to your replicated website, igrownet.com/your username. Teach them how to push the Join Now button, how to fill that form out. 1 down, 2 to go to get Founder 3000 qualified, right? Can you send a text out? Absolutely. Can you direct the traffic? Sure you can. Then can you just simply teach those people to do the same thing that you just did? It is the 4-step process. Anybody can do that. The people you're going to be talking to are the ones that truly have an interest in doing something different. They want change. Can you invite them to the Blitz webinar? Sure you can. That's an easy thing to do. Send them a link to the Blitz webinar they're available for. If they have more questions, get them to the Roadmap webinar. When they're done with those 2, help them get started. It's that simple. Then teach everyone to do the same thing. Your friends are watching you. They're looking at the process that you're going through and they're asking themselves along that whole entire way, can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. Look, listen to all the stuff he's talking about right now. I don't know any of that stuff. How would I ever be able to go out and get my friends to join? I can't do what he's doing. I don't have time to learn all that stuff, right? They're watching you. Watch this. Your friends are analyzing what you just did. You send them a text. Well, shoot, I can send a text out. That's what your friend's saying, right? They're going, well, I could send text out to my friend. That's easy. And when I called Bob back, what did Bob do? He didn't explain anything. He just sent me to this Blitz webinar. But man, it got me excited. And then when I called Bob back to get more information, he didn't have any for me. He just told me to go to the roadmap webinar. Well, shoot, I can do that. I can send a text out. I can drive traffic to a Blitz webinar and a roadmap webinar. Your friends are watching this process all along the way. And then when it really comes down to where they need the help, step 3, make sure they sign up in the right place, right? Make sure they get their personal information right when they're filling the form out. That's easy. Anybody can learn to do that. And then teaching them how to send out a text. Who doesn't know how to send out a text? If you don't know how to copy paste a text, go talk to a teenager. They'll teach you how to do it, because I'll tell you the fastest way to do this is to shoot 10 texts out. Go join us right now. If you haven't joined yet, go join us right now. iGrownet.com/your friend's username. Go join. Get your name in the game. You want to do it now. Yes, there's only 225 associates qualified out of the 3,000 for the Founder 3,000. Makes it sound like you have a whole bunch of time to go, but don't wait. Don't be the 3,000th associate to make that. Be the 226th one, because what you want to do is you want to give your friends time to get in there as well. You want your friends to be able to get qualified for the Founder 3000. The faster you start, the faster you can get them started, giving them more time to make sure that they get a spot inside of that Founder 3000. So go join.